Just out here getting some sun. I'm loving this weather. I wanted to talk today about my fitness update and where I'm at right now and where I'm going. Mostly work out now just to stay active. I'm not trying to push a whole lot. And I have three main reasons for that, which I'm going to get into. But now it's mostly about functional strength, um, just for everyday things like, helping somebody move or take out the trash or I don't know. I kind of laugh at that because I'm thinking like, wow, functional strength to take out the trash. It's funny because that's coming from. It's funny because that's. It's funny because that's coming from someone who used to deadlift 405 and bench press 315. But yeah, I do want to just stay active for functional strength. I'm not looking to break personal records that I set back in 2012, 2013, aka my glory days. Um, I am at the heaviest that I've ever been, but I'm not at my strongest that I've ever been. And part of the reason for that is because I haven't been pushing as hard as I used to. And my three reasons that I have are very legitimate reasons. I'm not the type of person to make excuses or anything, but when you have two serious injuries like the ones that I've had, I mean, you have to take a step back and think about your future. Think about, do you want to be 50, 60, 70 years old, 80 years old, and still be able to go for a jog, still be able to get up out of bed, which I'm going to get into right now because even nowadays, I mean, I wake up with back pain pretty much every day. One of my injuries, was back around 2012. Um, it was my lower back, and my workout weight was 365, and I can handle the weight. I was strong enough to do it, but my body could not handle it, and I was just doing set after set after set, and I was anabolic. And before you think anything about that, I'm a drug-free athlete. By anabolic, meaning that I was on top of my game, eating all my carbs, eating all my protein, eating all my fats, having enough calories, getting enough sleep, all that. I was like on top of my game. I think that night for dinner, I still remember the dinner that I had. I had like salmon with pasta and I think some ice cream just to get like a little calorie booster. And I was just like super strong, but I can handle it. I was strong enough, but my body couldn't take it. And then the next day I woke up and I was like, man, you're injured. Well, no, not the next day. The next day I thought I was just sore, but then like a week passed by and I was like, no, this is an injury. Well, fast forward to modern times, which is now. Now it's like sometimes I wake up with back pain, and sometimes I can't even get up out of bed, and it hurts, and I have to get an MRI for that. But I've just been putting it off, and I just never really wanted to do it. I'm just afraid sometimes of what the doctor's going to tell me because it's already been like so long, so much time has passed, you know. And my second injury was my left rotator cuff, but pretty much both of my shoulders were really bad. And that I contributed to heavy bench press and incline. And I would be the type of person that I would go all the way down and all the way down. And even though I was getting a stretch right here at about, 6 inches or 3 inches or 7 inches, I was getting a good stretch. It's like I would always go all the way down and touch my chest. And with time, that's just really, really bad on your shoulders because it's out of my normal range of motion to go all the way back like this. It's out of, I mean, I'm already getting a stretch right here. And if you see my bench press of 315, I didn't even go all the way down on that one because of the same reason. I didn't want to mess up my shoulders any more than they were already messed up. And at one point, I couldn't even shoulder press, the 20-pound dumbbells. I mean, it was really bad. And even today, when I shoulder press, I have to put my arms as forward as I can. I can't shoulder press like way back over here because I just feel like a pop in my left shoulder. And that's something I have to also look into. I mean, I've done rotator cuff exercises. I've done it all, and at this point, I just think it's going to have to be surgery if I decide to go that route. But anyhow, those are the two major injuries that I've had. I mean, I've had other injuries. I mean, aches and pains here or there. I mean, it's one of the things about people say like, well, you got injured because you were working out. Well, not necessarily. I mean, injuries can happen anywhere. You can walk out of your house, you could walk into your backyard, and you could fall down and break a leg, break a knee, whatever. So, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and dwell on the past or think of what could I have done differently. There's no point in looking at the past. I just gotta look forward to the present moment and what I can do in the future. The other reason also why I don't push as hard is because I was feeling lethargic all the time, and it's like my whole lifestyle revolved around exercise and getting enough calories. And speaking of calories, this is my post workout shake. Mm-mm-mm. So you know I was just tired of feeling lethargic all the time. I after my workout, I didn't feel like doing anything. I didn't want to go anywhere. And now, that I started playing basketball around March, February or March, I was playing a lot of basketball. Now I don't play as much. But now that it's like you have to work out and then on top of that do your cardio, and it was just too much. And I got to the point where I was just tired of feeling lethargic all the time, going, all out, and that's the other reason. I just didn't want to live in that lifestyle and my whole day revolving around exercise and consuming all my time and energy, you know. But so now I just mostly work out just to get a pump and stay active and have functional strength, and and that's all.